Hey everybody, I hope that this is straight because like I said, I always come on and my camera be like weird. So hopefully it's right.
I think it is. Probably not. I don't know. Okay. So, interesting. Sorry, something crazy. Okay. Okay. So, this is going to be our happy hour meeting. This is not going to be a very long one. Kind of short.
So let's go ahead and get into it. See what we got going on with you guys. I hope everybody is well and enjoying your vacation. Some of you guys could be off. Some of you guys may have work. So maybe you have to work tomorrow. But hope you guys are enjoying your evening.
So, so I'm going to start my.
You guys have already purchased a reading. Your name will be in the description box. If you want to know where we're at on the list while we're on the live, you can just ask, like, have you already done my reading or not? And I'll give you your timestamp, or you can wait until after the live, and the timestamps will be available next to your names in the description box, okay? All right, so let's get into it. I'm going to start my list, and I pray that this live goes well. I pray and surround it with divine protection, divine covering over each and every one of us that are here to receive a message. Those who are not here with good intentions, I pray that whatever your intentions are, that if they're not of goodness, I block all negative energies, all negative intentions, all evil eyes from this live, all interferences, any type of infiltration, spiritually, illegally. If anybody's not supposed to be here, any spiritual beings and entities or energies working that are not supposed to be here, you are to be escorted right now, and I bind you up. Um, so I'm going to start this live, and the first person on my list is Samantha. Okay, Samantha's the first person on the list. So may this reading or this message for each of you that are receiving a message, may this bring you divine clarity and divine peace. If you're just viewing, you just want to see if there's something for you. Sometimes that happens. You'll receive a message from spirit that you need to hear, that you need to know. So, we'll leave it open. If it's something that resonates with you, it'll come up. Okay. Samantha, your time stamp is, let's do 3. All right, Samantha, let's get into your reading. Most High God, I thank you for your loving insight. I thank you for your guidance. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I thank you. All right. What do your benevolent ancestors want you to know at this time? I'm hearing the word support. Before I pull anything, I'm hearing the word support. So I feel like you might not be aware of their support around you, or just really, I feel divine support, angelic support. Like you're not aware of it, and you may use it to some degree, and you may not use it when you really need it. Like if you need some type of way, because God will send angels to us, or send our spiritual team, send heavenly beings to carry out certain assignments and help us and assist us with certain things. So um, we have the support and the help. It's not like, bossing our spiritual team around and telling them what to do and things like that. But it's just like, if you need some help, you need some backup, they're there for you. They got you. And I feel like you may not utilize it in that way, but I'm going to clarify this. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot for this. Just to see what is the message. Oh my God, what is it that? Thank you. New beginnings, like stepping out on faith. You have support, but you can't see it. Like in the traditional sense, whenever you see the Fool card, you'll see the dog walking with the person in the Fool card, but in this instance, it's just a woman walking. So it's like you may feel like you have to do everything by yourself, and like I said, you may feel a sense of lack of support. Maybe the energy support came out. So you have 4 of Pentacles in the Tower card. Yeah, it's kind of like this energy of stubbornness, and I don't feel like you're doing it on purpose. It's kind of like you're set in a certain way of doing things. What's up, Deidre? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Um, it's like you're stuck in a way of doing things, and it's like in your own way. And I feel like it's allow us to assist you and help you. And one of your things could be a financial situation, something that you feel was once stable, once something that you had a firm grip on, or something that was supposed to be of stability may not be right now. And I feel like your spiritual team wants to assist you and help you with these things. I feel like they give you heads up and they give you warnings. And sometimes you might block it because you're used to handling things in a specific manner, or going about just doing your own thing, going in your own way, rather than being open to divine assistance, divine help sometimes. Because the New Beginnings card is the full card in this deck, and I feel like it's telling you to embark on a new path, like to step out in a new way, and also to step out with faith. So it's also like something that they want to let you, like you might need help with certain things that you're awakening to. You may not understand why certain events happen the way that they do, especially situations that maybe like that you perceive as bad, or misfortunate situations, or just challenging situations that happen in your life. Like they want to be there to support you and help you. And I feel like in a way something is happening, like the divine, because you have 2 major arcana cards. In a way it's like the divine, the universal energy is shaking things up around you so that you get out of that stagnant energy, or just standing on um it's like a stagnancy, like standing on things that you're used to, and it's like those foundations have to be removed. Maybe there's some things that you need to let go of, like material wise. You might be clinging on to things, and spirit saying let go, because when we let go, we allow more to come in and take its place. So um that's what I feel like your ancestors have for you. That's what they want to tell you. That's what they want you to know. That's really what the divine wants you to know. Greetings, Bianca. How you doing? How you doing? All right. So that's what you guys want you to know. So I hope that resonated with you. I'm going to move on to person Y. You're welcome. You have a good weekend. I'll talk to you soon. All right. So let's get into Miss Y. All right. So your question is, what action should you take to get peace in your current romantic situation? What action do you need to take? All right, Most High God, what would you suggest for Miss Y, and what it is that she can do to um, benefit? Like, what action should she take to improve her current situation in love? Okay, we have the Hope card, which is like the star card in the traditional tarot. So I feel like your spiritual self, because, okay, before I pull any rider waits, the rider dies, you have the Hope card. If you look at it, it's a man or like a woman. There's like a person that's holding this ball of light in their hand. And if you look very closely in it, it's like a shape of a body. So it's like a spirit body that's in that orb of light. So I feel what this is like, what action should you take to have peace in your, to get the peace in your current romantic situation? First off, in order to have peace in anything, you have to seek, you have to seek out divine counsel. Okay, so whether you call it God, whether you call it the divine, whether you call it the universe, like you have to seek out divine counsel to receive that peace. It can't come outside then come inward. It's got to come inward then outward. And I feel like that's what that little orb of light represents, is the spirit self. I feel like there's something with faith. It's something with your faith has to be more in the spirit rather than in the physical. And that's not always easy. I I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. I'm glad you're doing good. I feel that, and I'll say this, like, in the Bible, it says, like, how it describes faith is that faith is the things hoped for yet unseen. So it's, we hope for things, but it's trusting in the unseen thing, meaning it's trusting in the spirit realm. It's not putting all of our hope and faith in what we see in the physical, because as you know, like, you know, the 3D reality is just, it's an illusion. Technically, it's a fragmented projection of what really is. So your spiritual self has to be more stronger than that. It has to have a stronger foundation. I feel like it's, and their hands are open, so it's like being receptive to spirit, or being receptive to source within yourself, within you, because this is a yellow ball of light. So it's like the solar plexus energy, which represents the soul of you. So three rider waits came out. So you have Judgment, the Fool, and the Six of Pentacles. So you have almost all major arcana cards with the exception of the Six of Pentacles. So you have the Star, Judgment, and Fool. And then if you notice in the Fool, there's a sun in the background. So definitely, I feel like your spiritual confidence um, must be a little bit stronger. Like, it has to be built strongly. And I feel like there's some judgments from the past, like some things, like some triggers or some past memories, whether it's related to the situation or your person or not, a person that you have in mind or what have. If it's not, it's something that's triggering you in relations to romance. It could be as simple, I'll use this as an example. It could be simple, like as simple as like your childhood or something like that. So um yesterday I was being heavily triggered by some stuff in my childhood, and one of my issues is vulnerability. And it's because of things that happened to me as a child. So I was being revisited by that. Like, I was being taunted by that energy. And I had to go back and I said, okay, it's something connected to my childhood. Like this one event that I can remember. Like, I could, if I can't remember anything else that triggered me as a child to like clam up and not want to open myself up and be vulnerable with people, it would be this one situation, this one experience I had as a child. So I went back into that. So I feel like sometimes whatever's triggering us, it might not look like on the surface that it will relate to a situation that we feel like needs work. Like for you, like you said, peace within your romantic situation, a situation that is triggering you. You may not feel like it relates to that, but it does. You just have to go to the root of that thing. Like, where does it stem from? What is the genesis? Because spirit's trying to get your attention with something, and give you clear judgment. So then with the Fool card, it is, I do feel like it's something with trust, something with believing and trusting. So before you can fully put your trust in self and therefore in another person, you have to build your trust within the spirit first, within divine spirit. So whenever we seek divine counsel, whenever we seek God, we gotta, God never leaves us nor forsakes us. So with that in mind, like, God is not ever going to lead you astray. Your spiritual team, your ancestors that have your back, your spiritual guides, your angels, they're not going to mislead you. They're not going to lead you astray. If you're following divine instructions, you're not going to be led astray. So you have to remind yourself of that, and it helps you to have a little more footing. And the good thing about spirit or the universe, whatever you want to call it, the good thing about it is, like, when you follow divine instructions, you'll get divine confirmations that you're being guided. You'll see synchronicities, or things will just miraculously align and things like that. So you have, it helps you to develop a trust. It's kind of like a child. You have to have a faith and trust like a child in spirit, in the universe, in the divine, before you can get to a place where you trust your own self, before you trust other people. You have to have that faith restored and built up in spirit. So the Six of Pentacles is definitely balance that needs to be restored, and I feel like there might be some issues when it comes to opening up, when it comes to discernment, when it comes to trust, when it comes to faith and belief in the unseen, when it comes to equal give and take. I feel like there's something with that that needs to be addressed and needs to be healed. But other than that, I feel like the more you work on whatever your triggers are, and you put your trust and you start seeking divine guidance and counsel, the more your faith is going to be stronger, the more you're going to see miraculous things. When you think about the star card is also it's not just about hope, and it's not just about dreams and wishes and stuff like that. It also represents alignment. It also represents healing, guidance, and purification of some sort. So I really feel that that's the energies, that's the basis of what's happening, especially with this judgment card here. It's like some old energies coming up to the surface for you to address and deal with. So I hope that that leads you to the right space or where you need to be. I hope that gives you what you need, you know, that made sense. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next person. So I hope that helped you, and I send much love to you as always. And we have Kellsie, and we're where we at? Okay, might as well be 17 minutes. All right, Miss Kellsie, happy birthday to you. Happy, happy, happy birthday. A rebirthday to you. Shout out to the Saggies. So your question was, what is in store for you this year? And that's interesting that your birth time resonates with the price of the thing. That's pretty cool. It's pretty dope. So it's a portal. That's a gateway. That's dope that you were born at that time. It's interesting. All right, so what's in store for you this year? Let's see. Divine Spirit, I thank you for your loving guidance. What is in store for Kellsie for the rest of the year, for the remainder of this year? What do you have in store for her? Anything of importance, anything major and significance that you want her to know? Okay, God, thank you. Patience and planning. Okay. So I feel, and this is crazy. So if you look at this card, the Seven of Pentacles, it has two pillars and it's light coming through it. It's kind of aligning with what your birthday or your time of birth was with the two tens. Technically, they're just ones. It's like a portal. It's like 11. Like, I don't know, I get some type of energy of a portal. So there is something that is opening up for you, and I feel like Spirit has been preparing you for this. It seems like it's some type of abundance or new energy. When I say abundance, I'm not just restricting it to like financially. This could be abundance in something else or multiple areas. I'm also seeing the color green, so this could have something to do with the heart chakra. Spirit could be like prepping your heart to receive. And the heart chakra is relevant because when our heart chakra is blocked, we're not receptive to receive things. So we restrict our blessings when our heart chakra is blocked. So I feel like Spirit's working on your heart chakra, maybe even your solar plexus chakra with that yellow energy peeking through these two pillars. I feel like this relates to stability. I feel like this relates maybe to some type of like your partnerships with people, with others in general. Like, be patient with yourself. Be patient with those around you. But also, if it's love as well, be patient with love. What is in store for Miss Kellsie for the remainder of this year? All right. What I get from this is that you might be perceived, like, there's like a little bit, I call it the bratty card, the Four of Cups. Not calling you bratty, but you know how sometimes like when things don't go our way or we feel like nothing's happening or that nothing is ever going to go our way, we like pout. And when we pout, we miss out on the blessings, we miss out on opportunities, or we don't see how a situation could actually be a blessing or how it can be preparing us for something. I feel like that's what this year has in store for you. It's prepping you more so because the energy that I got, like, even though you asked about this year, I feel more so like it's something that is ushering in for the new year. So, like, you're preparing this year for something in the next year, in the new year. The King of Wands is here, and I'm going to clarify him before I say what I feel like this is. I'm going to clarify him. Yeah. I feel like this has something to do with a relationship. And I feel like you're going to have clarity about a relationship. It does seem like this is a specific person, whether you know who this person is yet or not. Partnerships are very significant. And I feel that there's something that you're doing, or a certain type of attitude you have towards um, love, perhaps, or something in the matters of the heart, which is why I feel like you're being worked on in your heart chakra. With the Four of Cups, it's like being very pessimistic and kind of looking at everything else and everybody else, and kind of perceiving that you're being left out, or that why everybody else and not me, when in actuality there's a cup that's being offered to you that you can't see. And I feel that spirit is going to give you clarity when it comes to love and relationships. It does seem like the King of Wands may be someone significant around you. um, I don't really get specifically that they are a fire sign, and this could even be you because you're a Sagittarius. I feel this energy is more of a person rather than it is you. But you could be someone that is a little controlling of how things unfolds and how things manifest in your life. But I also feel like spirit doesn't want you to not be in a seat of authority in your life, or in a leadership place, or in a position of assertiveness. But I feel like they kind of want you to balance it out with those two pillars. It's like you're not doing this by yourself. You have support, you have assistance, you have help. So you're not doing everything by yourself. And sometimes we'll find that when we try to do it all by ourselves, it won't go the way that we plan. So it's like spirit has something better for you. But it seems like this person, it's like a specific individual that I'm picking up on with the King of Wands. And I feel like they're more so of a person that is very assertive. They're very sure of themselves. They have a very strong presence, strong energy. So very bold energy, very confident person, very ambitious. You're going to get some type of truth or clarity in the near future, but there's abundance that comes with truth, that comes with this clarity. But I feel like spirit is getting you to prepare yourself, like be patient. And when I say patience, it's like when you're in the seat of waiting, you're in the position of waiting, or the season of waiting. It's how you respond to your waiting. I feel like that this is, it's more so pertaining to, and then the planning process is the work that's being done on you, the shifts that are happening within you and around you, because it's preparing you for whatever is opening up. So you're not in a place of misfortune. It's that you're being worked on. You're being prepared, if that makes sense. And you have 2 4s, so there's something with stability. So that was your reading, Kellsie. I hope you enjoyed your birthday. I send much love to you. And hopefully this message blessed you and gave you some clarity and peace that you needed. Okay, and I'm going to move on to my next person, which is Miss Jessica. Where we at? 23. Okay. All right, Miss Jessica, let's see. Your question is in regards to a relationship. Do you see me working? Okay. So will you be working things out with this specific person, or will there be somebody new, someone new that comes in? Greetings, Jessica. How you doing? All right. Let's see. Is there someone? Okay. So let's see. Is there going to be things working out between Jessica and her person in question? Do you see things working out between them, God, or is there someone completely new? What do you see, guys? Thank you. So you have disruption in reverse, which is the Tower in reverse. So there's something with delays in regards to this, like there's like a refusal for some type of, I feel like it's more so the person that you're asking about, like he's refusing to get out of a certain cycle. I don't feel like a new energy is around, I'm gonna be honest. It seems like there's some illusions though with the Moon card, or you both may not be able to see things. You're looking for a sign of hope. I feel like both of you guys are looking for a sign of hope to kind of like navigate you or to guide you. One of you, it could be to give you hope, because the Five of Cups is that there's disappointment here, But the thing is that there's two cups that still stand. So there's still some type of hope, I feel like Spirit is saying. And I have to be very careful with that because I don't want to build anybody false hopes and stuff like that. But this is just what I'm receiving. This is what I'm getting. And I got to trust what I'm getting because I pray over my readings and stuff like that. But I feel that the Five of Cups is looking at what was spilled, what was lost, but not recognizing that there's still opportunity, there's still chance, and that's in the background with the Two of Cups. So there is a potential possibility for things to still work out, but I feel like this person, they have to be willing to remove what doesn't serve them. There's some type of heavy restrictions, like holding on to things. Like your person could be very stubborn in the progress. If you resonate with this as well, where you feel like maybe in some ways you could be stubborn, like, oh, I don't feel like I should do that, or I don't think I should be the one to say this or to do this, or it's kind of like being, especially if you're being led or being guided to do something and you're refusing to do it because of your own um, your own agenda and thing like that. But I feel like this person, more so it's them that is restricting themselves. Like they're refusing. Like this man's arms are crossed and he's like in the shape of a block. It looks like bricks or something, I don't know. So it's like he's refusing to break these pieces of himself that are actually stagnant and holding him back. So the Knight of Swords, I'm going to clarify this card before I say anything. Okay, guys, please give me clarity on what the Knight of Swords is about. Yeah, he's resistant. He's very stubborn. But you guys are looking for hope. I feel like there's a part of him that's like having a hard time letting go of his restrictions and his blockages within himself. But there's this part of him also that's seeking some type of sign or some type of clarity, because like in the moon you're in the dark. So in order to see through the dark you have to seek light, right? So the moon is light in the darkness. So these wolves are crying out to the moon. It's like, I'm seeking some type of light in the darkness. I can't see. Like you guys may feel like you don't have clarity. Um, you're welcome. I feel like you don't have clarity about where you stand with this person and they don't either, or how to move forward. I have posted something on my Instagram, and I'm sure you've seen it. It was I posted a picture of the moon card and the lobster, like my experience at the beach with the lobster. You might go back and look that up, like what the meaning of a lobster is, or you can look up other meanings if that one doesn't resonate. But I feel like it's something with that. From what I remember, the lobster represents emotional vulnerability, like being open and being open to new experiences and new opportunities by letting go of the old and things like that. So I feel like it's something that you guys are working through, which is your vulnerability, and maybe even trusting yourselves, trusting your what's in your heart, which trusting your emotions, and not being caught up in restrictions and disappointments, because I feel like there's some type of disappointment. Your person could also be a little depressed. This person may not want to feel anything with the Seven of Wands in reverse. They could be very defensive, Knight of Swords, a little snappy. But if you guys can trust yourselves, because I'm more so focused on the major arcanas, like if you guys can really like trust in yourselves and work through your emotional vulnerabilities and things like that in this person, and if you resonate as well where there could be some stubbornness and some restrictions there within self, refusal to change certain patterns, if you guys can work through these things, I feel like there could be an opportunity to work things out. It's a possibility. I'll say if this is someone that you really want to work things out with, seek God about it and ask God if this is someone that, because I believe that God can restore things. It's a difference between a person that has a willingness to do better and to be better and desires to change and is in a position to do the work, versus saying they want to but not doing it, or just being completely stubborn, because at that point you're wasting your time on that type of person. So I feel like there's some type of willingness enough in this person to where there could be a shift in this dynamic. Because I'm not getting spirit talking about like a new energy. It's like not so fast. Like there might be something still here, But I'm going to say this, like, in spite of everything, seek divine counsel first and just ask for guidance and confirmation whether or not this is someone you should invest in. Like, are they worth it? Are they someone that can be repaired? Is their heart open to, work on their own inner issues? Are they willing to, do the work that it takes to be in a relationship? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm getting from this. All right. I hope that helped you. I hope that gave you clarity. All right. That was a lot. All right. I'm going to move on to Miss, is it Leah? I think it's Leah. I think so. I don't know how to pronounce this. Let me see. You're welcome. All right, Miss Leah, your question. Let's see here. Your question was, is divorce in the present future of your marriage? I feel, when I read this, I'm going to be honest, I felt fear come up. I felt an energy of fear. And let's see what God says. Divine Spirit, what do you see? I don't like doing future readings and stuff like that unless God gives me like a future insight or something. I don't like pulling things out of the hat like that. Like, I feel like it has to be natural, but I want to see what God says about this. What is divorce in the present future? Thank you. I don't feel like it is. I don't see that. But let's pull some more cards. No. You and your person, or as it pertains to marriage, you could be in a space of darkness. Like, you can't see everything clear. You might be at a place where it seems like nothing is going right. Like, you're in the thick of something right now, so it will look a certain way. I feel like you might be paying too much attention to what it looks like. Friends. I've seen some Friends episode, but I don't remember that. I'll look it up. I feel that it's dark. You can't really see past it. So it's like when you're in the you're in the middle of the night and you're trying to find anything and everything to kind of guide you and lead you. You're looking for some type of light, some type of positivity, some type of clarity. It's kind of like desperation to find, but the moon card, it's like that guidance system through the darkness, and there's illusions. The moon card also represents illusions, so emotionally you could be a little thrown off. The Knight of Swords, there could be some confrontation between you and a person right now, you and your mate. There's some type of conflict maybe, or arguments, or something is just not really clear. With the Four of Wands being here, I don't see that your marriage is in jeopardy like that. I'm not seeing that. I'm going to clarify the moon, though, and the Knight of Swords. And then you have Prosperity Begins, which is the Ace of Pentacles in this deck. And there's two hands touching. There's something that's planted. There's a strong foundation. And then you have the tree. So I feel like it's something that's already strong here. Four of Cups. It's like the same energy. Let me make sure my cards is clear. Divine Spirit. Your person could also be emotionally avoidant at this time. Yeah, your person could be very Emperor energy, very stiff, very what's the right word? Not stiff. They could be very just avoidant of their emotions. Real like stiff, like just like lighten up type energy. Clarify the Knight of Swords. And if it's not a man, like if you're not married, and I know that sounds crazy because I'm not sure if it's like you're asking about a marriage that you're in now, or if you would be facing divorce if you ever got married or what have you. But I feel like your person that you have in your life, they may be someone that's not the most emotional individual, or they're not right now. With the Ten of Cups, I don't feel like this connection is in jeopardy or that your marriage would be in jeopardy. I don't see that. So to answer your question, no, I don't see divorce here. You have this Ten of Cups. This is like one of the most happiest cards in the deck next to the Sun card. And the Four of Wands is also a good card to get when it comes to marriage and unions and unity. The thing about the Emperor is he's very in charge, very in control of everything. He's the head of the household. So he's not always tapped into his emotions. He's not always, he doesn't navigate under emotions. Most men don't. That's not their first realm of space to operate in. It's more so the head space. It's more so, the physical realm. When it comes to the heart space, that's more of a feminine trait. So I feel like your person is very, very masculine, or just very, very kind of just stubborn and unwavering right now. They're not in their emotions, but I feel like things will shift, and I feel like it comes with both of you guys continuing to feed your connection. And I feel like relationships, they have their ups and downs. Right now you guys are in the dark, and the Moon card is it can also be a great navigation tool to strengthen your trust and your faith and your belief within self and within spirit when you're in the darkness and you can't see your way through and you don't know what the potential future holds, but all you have is faith in the shadows and the darkness. I feel like it will strengthen this bond on an emotional level. It may even teach you understanding how you operate and how your person operates. So, but it takes two to tango, so both parties have to be in alignment and willing to do the work necessary. But I feel like you guys are kind of both in a place of being in the dark and not fully understanding where you guys are with each other. But to answer your question, I don't see divorce in this situation. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that. So, I hope that gives you peace and I hope that gives you clarity. Seek divine guidance about your marriage. Like, this is something that is very, 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 very important. I find just through research and what I've witnessed, couples that seek divine counsel, therapy and stuff like that, I feel like that's good for couples to have therapy at least once a week or something like that. But divine counsel, seek divine spirit about your marriage, like everything, anything, like, because if your person is unable to tell you what's going on with them or how to love, or they're going through their own thing, seek God about it and be like, God, what you want me to do with this? Or, what does my person need that I can give? Like, how can I be a better spouse to this person? What do I need to work on within myself? Like, just go to God about it. Couples that seek divine counsel about their marriage, they're the most successful relationships. Couples that also go to therapy as well, I feel like having that mediator helps. So, that's just a side note, you know what I mean? But I hope that helped you. And I appreciate you. Thank you. Alright. So I'm going to move on to Miss Christy. And where we at? We are at, I cannot see my timestamp. I think that says 38. I think so. I think that says 38. Okay. Alright, Miss Christy. What message does Spirit have for you in regards to this specific person in question? What message does God have for you? Yes, go to God about, go to God about everything. But when it comes to marriage, definitely, God has to be the mediator, in the middle. Not your homegirls, not your homeboys, not your mom, not your dad, not your sister, like God. Alright, Christy, let's see. What is the message? Stand your ground. Okay. So you might have to be more assertive and more clear about what it is that you want. Yes. be more assertive, more honest about what it is that you desire, what it is that you want, because you have the Nine of Cups, Ace of Swords, divine truth, and it also can represent a breakthrough of some sort, divine clarity, a mental breakthrough. Then you have the Hangman in reverse. So it's like there's some type of restriction that no longer needs to be. Like you or your person could very well be the type that holds back a little bit. And I feel like Spirit is saying for you to stand in your ground, saying your truth, don't waver. Clarify the Hangman, please. Okay, you get a lot of cards that try to come out. You have a lot of major arcana cards. So you have the Fool, the Judgment, Seven of Cups in reverse, the King of Wands, and the Two of Wands in reverse. Yeah, it's like there's some type of restriction when it comes to taking a leap of faith, when it comes to trust, when it comes to fully being open. And I feel like Spirit is also talking about your person. There's a lot of masculine energy in these cards. This person could be the type that doesn't trust his emotions like that. With the Seven of Cups in reverse, they could be the type that wants to make sure that they're seeing things for what they are, that they're not caught up in an illusion, they're not caught up in fantasy or delusions. They want to make sure that what they see before they approach something. So this person may be wanting to take something to the next level, or they may want to show up in some type of way in your life, or show up in the connection in some type of way, and be bold and be confident in themselves and assertive. But I feel like what Spirit is doing is like calling some things out. Like some type of truth needs to be spoken. Something needs to be expressed. And I feel like it's gonna set someone free. It's like some type of, the result of it is healing. The result of it is healing. It's healthy. Like if there's something that you're holding back on saying, if you resonate with this as well, where you hold back a lot out of fear, due to not wanting to be deceived, or feel like you're deceiving yourself, or perhaps your emotions are deceiving yourself, and so on and so forth. Like if you're caught up in that, Spirit is saying that you have to honor your truth. You have to speak your truth. Pay attention to what Spirit is saying and showing to you. I also feel like with the Judgment card as well, like there could be something in the past that this relates to, where you might have experienced a situation that has caused you to deal with not trusting in yourself or your emotions, and feeling like, okay, I have to be safe, I have to be careful, because what if this is just delusions? What if this isn't really what I'm feeling? Or what if this is not really what they feel? And your person could also be dealing with that restriction as well. So if that's the case, if that's what's going on with you, I would say to deal with it head on. And also we got this lunar eclipse energy coming up, and I feel it already. I felt it Wednesday, and I'm like, what is going on? Is this is this it felt like a Mercury retrograde type energy, or a full moon, like a crazy full moon. I'm like, what is going on? And I looked up that there's going to be a lunar eclipse on Monday. So pretty heavy energy, and I feel like it's going to help you clear some things out, especially with the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is a breakthrough, it's clarity, it's cutting through something. So the Judgment card, it's lifting up. Maybe something is coming up to the surface that you haven't fully released. It hasn't fully been deaded, put in the ground. It hasn't fully buried itself. So it's like some type of resurrection. There could be a potential for some type of renewal as well in this situation. But before that can happen, I feel someone needs to honor themselves. And maybe another thing too is like, if there's a trigger or restriction from a past situation, by you standing your ground or speaking your truth, or maybe your person, like whoever takes the stance of standing up and being assertive and expressing what it is that they feel or what they want, it's going to be a breakthrough that happens. It's going to annihilate past things. It's going to put an end to something in the past. That's what I feel from this. That's the message. Alright. So that was your reading, Miss Christy. I hope that resonated with you. I hope that helped you. And I'm going to move on to my last person. So much love to you. You have a blessed weekend. And I'm going to move on to the last person. I'm not going to read the person's name out loud, Deja, because I didn't see that you wanted to be anonymous. So I will not read this person's name out loud. Okay? Because I kind of forgot. So I apologize that I didn't see that part until late. So this person that you're asking about, why doesn't this person like you? Alright. Please step into the situation, and why is it that this person, thank you. This is somebody that doesn't even resonate with you to begin with. This is not your tribe. This is not your peoples like that. I feel even, let's say, even if this person is blood related, sometimes those aren't even your people. You know what I mean? Something about it seems like, if you look at this card, before I even go into this, if you look at the sacrifice card, this woman is wearing a white dress or something, a white outfit, whatever. And she's in muddy water. This water is dirty. And if you look at her, she has this rainbow that seems to, it looks like it's radiating out of her, coming out of her crown chakra. I feel like what Spirit is saying is like this situation, you sacrifice some part of your being to like kind of fit into something, or you put yourself in a dirty situation or a energy or a person that just isn't really for your highest good. And I feel like this person could have, I mean, it's a long time coming. Something that you needed to see was a long time coming, or this is just like, why do you care if this person, not saying not to invalidate or, you know, that your feelings are not valid or not worth honoring. This is what I'm getting. It's like to ask self, like, why do I even care what this person, if they like me or not? Because I don't feel like this person is good for you and they're not your tribe or something. Yeah, it's like you might need to see something. There is a decision, or maybe this person made a decision for you. Like, let's say this person did something that was shady towards you. Maybe they needed to do that so that you can make the decision to separate yourself from their energy or cut off some type of thinking pattern. Like, you needed some type of clarity. I feel like this is not a bad thing. So you have 3 major arcana cards. You have Sacrifice, which is the Hangman card, I believe, in this deck. I think this is the Hangman. Then you have the Sun, and you have the Lovers, with the Page of Swords and the Waiting Game, which is the 2 of Wands in this deck. So you could have been kind of repeating a cycle. Like, this was a repetitive cycle of some sort, where maybe this person represented an archetype of people that you may, you know, wanted to be a part of or fit into a situation or something like that, and they don't resonate with your being. It's like you're sacrificing parts of yourself to fit into an environment that does not suit you, that's not good for you, that's toxic to you. So the Lovers is like making that choice and that decision about who and what you align yourself with. And I feel like this is actually a good thing. Like, this is highlighting something for you. This was the best thing that could have happened, or you seeing the truth of something. Like, yeah, I feel like the reason why this person doesn't like you is I don't really feel like they don't like you. It's kind of like you just don't resonate. Like, you guys aren't on the same vibration. Like, there's nothing to resonate with. It's nothing to vibe with. And they may even look at you. I'm going to clarify the Page of Swords, but I kind of get this energy that this person has an ideal about you through some type of judgment, or they're very, like, snooty, or they're closed off. Knight of Cups. Yeah, your energy, you could be open, could be more welcoming, and this person is guarded, or they're just like an asshole, basically. The Page of Swords is very guarded, and they're looking at this Lover's card, like, with disgust. So they might not be a positive person. They may be like a hateful individual. Why would you want to be around that type of energy? That's what I'm getting from that. So hopefully that helped you. Hopefully that gave you the clarity and the peace that you needed. I'm going to put the timestamps up, you guys. This was a short live, but I appreciate you guys. So much love as always. I'll catch you guys next time. And so the next reading,